3 is the second race on the program. It's over 1,400 metres, and the selections from Alan here for numbers 1, 5 and 2 Dominican to win. It'll start pretty short. Expected to beat Star Journey and Gold Tarlac. Race 4, the Visey Board, Class 4 mile race, and this race is worth $4,000 too. He's a farmer to win. I reckon this is a maiden over 1,400 metres. He's a farmer for Gary Buchanan from 3 Bayou Dancer and 4 Donna Moore. To race 4, this is the Visey Board Class 4 mile. It's 2 Classic Maestro for Jamie Whitney from 3 Sanja Paddy for Grant McCarthy and 1 September Mist for a third there at Tumit. In race 5 on the program, it's number 6 Faces for Rolly Saxton from 1 Dedicate 5 Coracle Lady. To race 6, and a bit of form here for you, it's number 2 Black Becky to win. Black Becky is a 4-year-old mare. 3 starts for 1 win. Ran 4th behind Slick Kill at Wagga in a maiden in March. He scored a very easy win, 2.5 length win, beating Coracle Lady and Bowl Idaho at Gundagai over 1,000 metres at its last start. 217, race number 6. Race 7, the Fruits of Batlow, Class 2, number 2 All Tangled Up. 3-year-old Geldings had 16 starts, had plenty of tries, but not a bad strike rate. 2 wins, 2 placings and 2 thirds. Made amends for a 9th to a verdict declared over 1,000 metres at Canberra. 2, 1 and 6 there, race 7 at Tumit. Now, race 8 at Tumit 4, sectional time, 3 Bridle Path and 12 the game's up. Sectional time has got pretty good form. Trained by David O'Prey, this Geldings had 38 starts for 6 wins and 11 placings, so about 50% prize money. 4, 3 and 12 in race number 8 from Tumit. Now, the weather is overcast. The track rated is heavy there today, and it is raining at Tumit. I'm just wondering whether Gary Buchanan, who in actual fact is a airline pilot, Gary Buchanan, he was to ride Cherry Red in the first race. He might be running just a shade late. Gary does tend to grab the plane when he goes to some of these meetings, and I'm just wondering whether he might have been held up in a delay somewhere. It looks very heavy there, doesn't it, the area surrounding Tumit, and that might be the reason why Gary's not fulfilling his obligations in the first. I'm not sure whether he's going to fulfil his obligations in the remaining half of the program, but Alan Hull will tell us more about that when we take you to Tumit. But meantime, you're on Sky Race Day today. The first from Melbourne has already been run and won by number 8 Miami Zephyr for Peter Den Hertog. We'll be right back with more after this. Of Tumit with the big Wagga Carnival getting underway pretty soon, Alan. We're looking forward to getting there for that, happening on the 30th and the 1st. The Town Plate, the Wagga Gold Cup. It's always one of the better meetings, isn't it? Looking forward to Wagga this year, coming up pretty shortly.
Thank you, Nick. Good afternoon to you and good afternoon to our Sky Channel viewers right around Australia. You're looking at pictures from a wet Tumit this afternoon. It's unfortunate for the club. They're having their first ever TAB day. It hasn't stopped raining since about 8 o'clock this morning, and the track has been downgraded to heavy. It's a lovely little course situated, Tumit, of course, in the foothills of the Snowy Mountains, and there's a lot of horse history around this area, and the club staging their first ever tab day today, unfortunately for the club, but fortunately for the rural community. It has not stopped raining all morning, and yes, we are looking forward to that big Wagga Carnival next week. Now, they're all but set for the first of the day here. North side has gone up. Chalari Red, wind taught the scratching. Bold Touch, the all purple for Come to Paris. And it's officials in dry as a bones this afternoon. Light rain falling. They race in the first at Tumit. Down near the inside, Bold Touch first to go. Very quickly, however, has been joined by the favourite North Side, and they're out by 3 lengths to Come to Paris. And after a slow start, Shillari Red is last of all at the 800. And the top weight and favourite North Side, taken to the front by Kevin Sweeney, is going to carry the field into the dip by 2 lengths. Second, Bold Touch, and third. Moving up the Kilmore Galloper, Come to Paris, and Shillari Red 3 wide, as they're about to run out of the dip with 500 metres to travel. Adjacent to the inside, North Side is the leader, travelling okay by a half a length to Come to Paris, who's being hard ridden. They're being followed 3 deep on the track then, on the outside of them by Shillari Red, and last of all is Bold Touch. They're on the bend, and they're getting out a little bit deep, looking for the best ground, where North Side's going to lead for home. Come to Paris is hard at work. The rider Neil Payne goes for the whip. Sweeney sitting quietly, and the first favourite at Tumit is home. North Side is going to lead all of the way, and he's going to come down to the line and score untroubled by 2 1/4 lengths. Second come to Paris, third Shillari Red, and Bold Touch is last of all in race 1. Number 1 Northside, ridden by Kevin Sweeney, had a very easy win, and in New South Wales will return you $1.60 for each $1 invested. The winner is trained at Braidwood by Libby Maxwell, is raced by RJ and Mrs. L.M. Fitzgibbon, together with Mrs. J.M. Handley. She's a 5-year-old bay mare, is by Northern Regent from On the Side, and today was ridden by Kevin Sweeney, has been able to lead most of the way. Well, this track doesn't look too bad. They did get about 2 or 3 off the fence coming into the straight, but I was watching for any loose water to come from their hooves. It's all soaking in pretty well. It's been so long since it has rained, and the track not looking to be in too bad of condition for this opening race here today. Northside, the favourite, has been able to score. $1.60 will be his dividend. The Quinella will be $2.30. The Exacta will be $5.60. And the first race trifecta will be $8.10. Those dividends aren't official. They will be as we wait for the numbers and further information following the first event at Tumit.
Well done. Thank you very much, Alan. Our race 2 bull eye. There's the market for you. $1.40 for number 6, Chicane. $9 for Mr. Jim Beam. And Waltz Image at $11 opened at big odds for the second. Most favourite punters are hoping this horse can handle the track. Dominican, we'll just see whether it's got any wet form for you in case you haven't got a form guide handy. Race 2 at Tumit, the top weight has had a couple of starts. In fact, 3 starts on a heavy track where it ran second on one of those occasions, and has had 1 start on a slow track running third. So he's got a little bit of wet form, the top weight. $6.80 for Gold Tarlac. That horse hasn't got any heavy going at all. No real form for it. $6.30 for number 3, Markilles. 2 starts for 1/3 on a heavy track. 31 for Prehistoric. Star Journey is horse number 5, and Star Journey's had 2 starts for no placings on a heavy track, and Viva No Cab at $12. So number 1 Dominican looks pretty hard to beat. Gold Tarlac has run second on a heavy track, and Markilles also has had some wet form. Now the Mountain Made Proprietary Limited Class 3 plate over 1,400 metres. The last one about to link up as we take it to Tumit for race number 2. Here's Alan.
Teresa Capes and the field just about set to be sent upon their journey of 1,400 metres. The starter is happy enough with the line now. Dominican just pouring the ground in gate 1. The light will blink quite brightly here under these dull conditions today. He's got the button in hand. They are ready to race. Dominican got his head up, racing now. Dominican actually won the jump on the inside, and Teresa wants to lead on the grey and will. Star Journey jumped out okay, was caught 3 deep around Markilles early. In behind them raced Viva No Cab on the inside of Prehistoric. And last of all is Gold Tarlac. They head down the back straight. They're about to disappear behind the football sheds, and the leader is Dominican. And the Canberra Train Grey shows the way. Out by 3/4 of a length to Star Journey in third. Over on the inside, 1.5 lengths off the pace is Markilles. After 3 lengths as they stretch out Prehistoric, 2 back Viva No Cab, and last of all is Gold Tarlac as they race past the 800, and Dominican travelling nicely for Teresa Capes, has 1 length up its sleeve. On the outside is Star Journey, has been there from the outset. Over on the inside, Markilles looked to be travelling well. The rider's trying to get away from the fence, Andy Bloomfield, and does, as he shoves Star Journey out a little deeper on the track. They're followed further back in the field by Viva No Cab, and well back in the race is Gold Tarlac, but the leader, the grey, has slipped away coming up to the turn, and it's full of running Dominican. There are some very tired stock behind it, and Dominican hands and heels is 4 in front, and it's going to race away in the straight out to the firmer ground. Teresa hands and heels on Dominican, and the Canberra Trained Grey, like a ghost in the shadow, is racing away, is going to score easily. Dominican is 8 in front below the 100, and Dominican, the favourite, wins like you like to see them. Dominican won by 10. Second, Markilles. Viva No Cab is third. They were followed in by Gold Tarlac and then Star Journey, and Prehistoric has come in a long and distant last. Dominican, $1.70 in New South Wales and about $1.20 for the place. Number 3, Markilles, at about $2.20. And third in Viva No Cab, there'll be no dividend declared. Now the winner, Dominican, is trained at Goulburn by Arthur Howlett, ridden by Teresa Capes. is raced by J.M. and Mrs. J.A. Culhane. Is a 5-year-old grey. Is by Dom Cimarosa out of Badgerlease. And I can recall that horse running for the Howlett stable, Badgerlease, quite a handy dam, the mare of this, the dam of this horse. And Dominican has won by As Far As You Like. Second in, Markilles, trained by Rob Wellington down at Albury, and Viva No Cab, trained by Brian Lawrence at Wagga, ridden by Dan Beasley third. 1, 3, 6 and 2 are the official numbers. 1, 3, 6 and 2 are the official numbers following race 2.
Now, pubs and clubs around Australia, don't adjust your sets there. We're having a few problems with our colour balancing. Apparently a fan in the Dakota has gone, and that's not going to help with anything colour-wise at Tumit for a while anyway. It's just overheated, this Dakota, and it does happen occasionally, so they're working on that once they can apply some more colour. So don't adjust your sets, everything's okay there at Tumit, just need a bit more colour in there for you, and once that fan cools things off there in the Dakota will be sweet. Now, race 3, Bulleye, 7.24 out of Keena. Number 2 is One Happy Babe at 9.20. Orville of Auburn at 6.30. But once you get a close-up of these colours, they're a bit distorted there, but don't adjust your sets. We're just having a few problems with our balancing Dakota, and shortly we'll hopefully right that situation for you at Tumit. Here's Al.
Seattle Storm edging in, and Mia Calmo, Pardon Mia being brought along by Kim Gooch. Yes, the third here at Tumit. Still very heavily overcast conditions prevailing. The rain has eased off just a shade as Pardon Me are about to be brought up by Kim Gooch, and the last one will be Mia Calmo. The other runners are standing up well, and the favourite here is Bayou Dancer, as the time pips check through for 2 o'clock Australian Eastern Time. Now the last couple are coming forward. Pardon Me are taken along by Kim Gooch and Mia Calmo. All purple colours, one of two that the STRA utilised, the others are all pink. And the all purple on Mia Calmo today, trained way down at Kilmore in Victoria by Norm Thompson, who also has Rising Breeze in the event. Light is on, third at Tumit. Finnemore's Proprietary Limited maiden handicap, set to gallop. Pardon Me towards the outside. Bayou Dancer the 1. Stand well. Gates crash back, they're away. Bayou Dancer left as well as any other runner from the inside and will lead early. Donna Moore was well away and holding down third early, Rising Breeze. Now trapped off the track going forward, Seattle Storm, and they're being followed further back as they head down the back. In the middle of those is He's a Farmer. Well back about 3 lengths away to Pardon Me. And last of all is Mia Calmo as they head down towards the 1200. On the inside rail, the leader is Bayou Dancer. Bayou Dancer for Andy Bloomfield, about ahead to Donna Moore. On the outside, a little wide, Seattle Storm. In the next group was He's a Farmer, racing outside, Rising Breeze. And then 4 to 5 lengths away back in the field, Pardon Me. And back with it, the stablemate Mare Calmo. They're in towards the dip. They've got 750 metres to run. And the leader just sneaking away from them. Bayou Dancer opened up a break of a length and a half and was going much better than Donna Moore. On the outside was Seattle Storm out 3 wide. Now He's a Farmer is under the whip further back. They're all under the whip behind the leader. Over on the inside is Rising Breeze, and further back then came Pardon Me and Mia Calmo. Up towards the turn they race, and the leader, Bayou Dancer, given his head now by Andy Bloomfield. He's a Farmer's out 3 wide. He looks the danger, and in between them Donna Moore. They've come towards the middle of the track where He's a Farmer goes after Bayou Dancer. Not much room for Donna Moore. He's a Farmer getting on terms. Bayou Dancer fighting back. He's a Farmer and Bayou Dancer. Bayou Dancer coming again. He's a Farmer the outside. The Farmer. He's a Farmer got into score. He won it by about a half length to Bayou Dancer, third Donna Moore. They're being followed further back by Rising Breeze and then Pardon Me. Well back was Seattle Storm and Mia Calmo. Last across the line, race 3, Tumit. Number 2, He's a Farmer. He was the absolute topical tip of the day. I have never seen a farmer not happy when it's not raining. And He's a Farmer, trained by Dave Blundell at Gundagai and ridden by Grant McCarthy, the late pickup ride. He's a Farmer is raced by well-known bookmaker Barry Gorn and his wife Jan. A 4-year-old bay or brown gelding by Ora Joya out of Miss Philly. And He's a Farmer just kept whacking away at the finish. and has got to the line to score pretty comfortably on the peg. $3.50 in New South Wales and $1.70. Bayou Dancer about $2 for a place, and no third dividend for Donna Moore. In New South Wales, the Quinella will pay $5.90, the Exacta $13.90, and the Trifecta should return you $28.10. Those the interim dividends after the running of race 2.
Okay, thanks, Al. Now, race 4 at Bulli, Superfecta events. Number 1 is I'm a Seahawk at $1.90, pretty short for Michael Doltoff. 16 for Molly Like none other than, in race number 4 at Tumit, Gary Buchanan. Now, race 5 at Bulli comes up $11 for Dancing Sun. Kazarachi 24, Maximation 37, Kenway 150, $9 about Classic Vance, Bonneville Special at 620 and B&S at 850. That's for race 5 at Bulli. Selections are 4, 7 and 6, Kenway, Bonneville Special and Classic Vance are the selections. Right, we'll take a short break on Sky Racing and be right back.
Park is back on Sunday the 26th of April. That's $1 entry, $1 racebook and $1 for food and drinks. Come and experience great racing in the new world-class facilities with free parking all day only on Dollar Day at Canterbury Park.
Fruity Hill RSL Club and Resort, the Vegas of the West. Phone 1-800-626-380 for more information on the RSL Club and Resort.
Yeah, race 4 at Tumit, $2.80 for September Miss, $5.50 for Classic Maestro. $3 San Giapatti Imperial Steel at $5.30, Match for Sam 13 and 24 about Springfield Road in race 4 due in 1 from now. Now, shortly the race over the mile there at Tumit, previous to the Valley won by GTX. The next coming through from Moree, number 3, Mr. Squill from 2 Diamond Walk and 6, and Who's That are the selections. Now it's Achira Dividends and Old Willoughby over Dancing Raj and Classy Voodoo. Quinella $45.80, Trifecta $679.60 on race 4 at Tachira. Big night tonight, of course, on Sky Channel tonight. Make sure that you're with us. Darren Flindell makes his return tonight to the late mail desk, and he'll be selecting winners from all over the nation tonight, hopefully, on his late mail getting underway at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. By that, of course, we have the Rugby League for you with Mike Cleary. But meantime, let's take it to Tumit for race 4.
Thank you very much, Nick, and the runners are filling the barrier stalls here. The favourite September Miss, Neil Payne, the rider, replaced Gary Buchanan. Apparently the weather was just too unkind for Gary to get the plane down today, so he had to head back to Canberra without making a landing. So he's been replaced throughout the day, and Neil Payne has picked up what looks to be a fairly plum ride here on September Miss. G. Buchanan not riding, and the other late change, Kevin Sweeney, replacing Rolly Saxton on Imperial Steel. This will be a good race. San Giapatti, trained on the course by John Weir, has been ultra consistent. Classic Maestro is a last start Gundagai winner. September Mist comes in with good form, winning a Class 2 at Canberra last start. So there's a field of, 6 to run, but there's some good form about the number of runners in it. Now they're just about ready. Down near the inside, Springfield Road. San Giapatti, Classic Maestro, Match for Sam, Imperial Steel and September Mist. Starter with his sou'wester on and he's dry as a bone. Light on, rain filtering down again as they're off this time. There's a nice level start and a keen hustle for the front. San Giapatti in the middle got out quickly. Down nearer the inside, it's Springfield Road going to hold the rail and lead to the back straight from him on the outside, Imperial Steel. They're being followed then by Classic Maestro, who's in between runners, and then further back in the field on the inside of those, San Giapatti going back just a shade as Classic Maestro went forward. Match for Sam's on the outside, and September Miss, the favourite, got back to last. They head down the back straight, and with about 1,300 metres left to go, there's a battle for the front now. 3 or 4 of them, Imperial Steel, Classic Maestro, Match for Sam, and on the inside there, dropping back a shade, was Springfield Road. They're being followed second last by San Giapatti, and last of all was September Mist as they head past the 900. They're down towards the corner, 800 metres to go. Classic Maestro has worked hard but has found the front as they run towards the dip. Second was Imperial Steel, and they're being followed on the outside by San Giapatti. September Mist is starting to work work into the race very quickly, and dropping right out is Springfield Road as they race out of the dip now. They have 400 metres before them, and Classic Maestro is not done with yet on the inside. He snuck away again. I reckon he's got Sanjapati beaten. September Mist might be the danger on the outside, and further back Imperial Steel couldn't win, but the leader is travelling better than his rivals, and Classic Maestro snuck away on the bend. He put 3 lengths on the outside galloper September Mist, who's coming again now. September Mist getting out after Classic Maestro, who's not finding a lot. September Mist and Classic Maestro fighting on well. September Mist coming, Classic Maestro holding on. September Mist lunging, they drive to the line, and September Mist got up in the very last hop, tipped over Classic Maestro. They streeted the others. 8 lengths away, Imperial Steel, match for Sam Sanjapati, and last home will be Springfield Road. Well, it took September Mist a long time to wind up and grab Classic Maestro, who shot away turning for home. But September Mist, in the dying stages with Neil Payne, hard at work with the whip, has been able to just get home. A driving finish. The judge will call for the photo. Both Neil Payne and Jamie Whitney were hard at work, and in a real slog to the line. The top weight on the outside looks to have just lasted. Number 1 in the frame, September Mist, is trained by Brian Callaghan at Queanbeyan, is raced by TP, PB and Mrs. J.W. Brogan, is by Tinta Rose from Doubtful Decision, a 3-year-old bay gelding, Brian Callaghan the trainer, and the late pickup ride has been successful for Neil Payne. So it's been unfortunate for Gary Buchanan. Gary flew across from Canberra this morning, but with the cloud cover couldn't land the plane, and he's now forfeited the winning mounts in the last 2 races. 230 and 160 in New South Wales, September Mist. Classic Maestro at about $2.50, and there'll be no third dividend for Imperial Steel.
Okay, race 5 at Bulli, number 1 Dancing Sun at 13.34.
From Mick Sullivan, the secretary manager of the MTC in Wagga Wagga, noms have been held over for the first 2 days of the Wagga Gold Cup Carnival until noon tomorrow. So any trainers watching in, listening in, you can still nominate until 12 noon tomorrow for the first 2 days of the Wagga Wagga Gold Cup Carnival. That, of course, is next Thursday and Friday. Now, Carmonica's one of the last ones to go up. Show Snow comes in. Dedicate, the favourite, drawn down near the inside with Faces in the all purple. And the last one's going to be Kumatan, trained down at Kilmore by Norm Thompson. Kumatan joins the line. Claremont Lass is right. Faces on the inside. Carmonica is restless, trying to get out the back of the stalls. Gerald Brown, the rider, is taking a grip on the side of the gates. And Carmonica is wobbling the stalls furiously. The advertising hoardings are really rocking. There's one broken through, number 8, Kumatan. Now, Kumatan broke through. Coracle Lady busted out. Karen Dodds took control. Now there's another one. That was the one playing up Carmonica, who's broken through the gate but has an attendant on the end of the bridle. So they've got hold of it. But this one, Kumatan, when Carmonica started to fire up, it obviously spooked others around it. And Kumatan has broken away. So there is going to be a delay here at Tumit, a delay prior to the start of race 5.
The start will be for another day, and also number 8 as well. Both late scratchings there at Tumit. Now let's take it away.
Minus numbers 8 and 4, 4 and 8, Carmonica, and also Kumatan are the scratchings, 314. Now the light on. Dedicate, the inside of Faces, set to gallop. 2 late scratchings at the barrier, numbers 4 and 8. Carmonica, Kumatan, they're off now. They jump reasonably well. Coracle Lady a little bit slow. Faces last on the inside when they settle. And going quickly, Show Snow is going to try and head them off in the middle. Claremont Lass getting through along the inside now. Dedicators digging up to be on the rail. And then 3 or 4 lengths back, Faces on the inside. And about 4 deep going forward, Coracle Lady. Up along the side, the leader is Show Snow as they race to the 600. In front by a length and a half. Dedicator second. Coracle Lady third. They're being followed further back by Claremont Lass, and the last one is Faces as they race into the dip with about 400 metres left to go. The leader is Show Snow, running about 2 horses off the rail, is going okay, led by more than 2 lengths. Dedicate is second. They're followed by Coracle Lady, but Show Snow is well clear into the straight. Show Snow by more than 2 lengths on the outside. Dedicate is now trying hard, but the leader is well clear. Show Snow. Dedicate coming back to the inside, powering home, but Show Snow's got a big lead. Dedicate is flying home. Show Snow just in front and got there. Show Snow has won. About a long left to Dedicate. 5 lengths away, Coracle Lady. Well back was Claremont Lass, and back with it Faces. Now the other two, Kamonica and Kumatan, were late scratchings at the barrier. 4 and 8, Kamonica and Kumatan, late scratchings at the barrier.
Now, they're the approximate onlys at 7:30, 7:10, 8:35. Race 5 at Tumit. 2 late scratchings of 4 and 8 there. But a good win to Show Snow. It beat Dedicate fairly easily, and Coracle Ladies went on for third, and they did space, the first two did space the third horse. Moving up, Bulleye, race number 6, Custom Mixed Pace.
2.5 units, another trifecta, 2, 4, 6, 7 to win, 1 to run second, 2, 4, 6, 7 to run third for $1, an outlay of $42 here for race 6.
Now the candidates about to come to the barrier stalls, and we see them for the 6th of the afternoon, second leg of the extra double here at Tumit. And the gatemen are about to call them up. Just like to send a cheerio to a very, very popular Southern District Racing Association jockey, Donald Terry, who of course was the victim of a nasty fall at Grafton in the middle of last year. Donald has since been confined to a wheelchair. He has a huge amount of loyal supporters in the Southern Districts who will be wishing him well, and I know Donald will be watching in this afternoon. He's ridden many, many winners on this Tumit track, and it's the sort of day that the Duck would relish in. Wet conditions, he just loved to get out there and ride them under any conditions, but he did really relish the wet conditions, and his nickname of the Duck was certainly an appropriate one. And Don Terry, all of your friends in the racing world in this part of the world are thinking of you, and we hope that it's only a matter of time before you are up and about once again. Now, Black Becky is the first one to come into the barrier stall. She's the second favourite on the tote, trained at Gundagai, races in the same colours as the very good city-winning mare Light Machine, owned by Paul Leesberg up in the Jugeong area. Armed Pirate about to come forward for Neil Payne, trained by Keith Dryden. These candidates coming into the gates, of course. Next week we go to Wagga Wagga for the 3-day Avis Riverina Wagga Wagga Gold Cup Carnival. Town plate on the Thursday, the Cup is on the Friday, and the Registered Clubs Association have put their support behind the Saturday meeting, which is a real family day out. There's Australia Wonderland characters and a whole lot of family activities on the 3rd day of the carnival, which really has been bolstered in recent years by the support from the Registered Clubs Association. And the first 2 days, of course, Town plate the Thursday, 1,400 metres, Gold Cup over the 2,000 metres on the Friday. Now, the last 2 or 3 are coming up. High Zepper, who's utilising the club's all-purple here, John Nisbet. We're waiting for Brady Bunch, being handled today by Greg Farrer. And the last couple are Alonso's Son and also Highview Magic. Last couple coming forward, still very, very heavily